joyous day to be on Genshin when you really wanted to play like Judgment or something like that. Anyway, we've got the awaited Lisa outfit. Well, you gotta do a whole event to get it, but you know, anyway. It says it's got 9 days, and you know how I do. When an event comes around, I wait 7 days, you know, wait a week to make sure the whole thing is out, but usually every event tells you that, but I think this is just... Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna, at least for now, record up until the game tells me that I need to wait for things to unlock. If I don't need to wait for things to unlock, then I'm gonna get this event done. Because the Lantern Rite stuff I am uploading, and will upload almost the whole end of it tomorrow. But I will still have a little bit more to do anyway. I have a bad feeling that I shouldn't have teleported here because I bet we're about to run into the stupid Alhaitham quest that I didn't want to do yet. It's gonna take priority over something. Let's find, and it's taking priority over what? Yep, it's taking priority over the Alhaitham one, I think. God damn it.
How's everything going with your thesis?
Or maybe
I should be able to publish it next month. A few days ago, I was worried that I'd have to stop my work on it. Thankfully, that didn't come to pass.
Well, Azar was one of your thesis
Yeah,
advisors.
this is the Alhaitham
Honestly,
thing.
I was
I
afraid
don't
that you might have gotten
care.
dragged down as well. How did things get settled?
I think I accidentally deleted the one... No, I didn't accidentally delete the 1 minute into the stupid Scaramouche thing.
The newly appointed acting Grand Sage reviewed all of our projects and gave us permission to continue our research.
Acting Grand Sage? That sounds like a new thing.
Yeah, I heard that selecting new sages has been taking some time, so he's just filling in. But it's all thanks to him that our research results weren't jeopardized. Once my paper is published, I'm definitely giving myself a long vacation and getting some much-needed rest. Mondstadt sounds like a good idea.
You know, I mean, this does kind of seem like it could be the Lisa thing. I don't want to see Alhaitham.
They're really out of their minds, making Alhaitham the acting Grand Sage?
Take it easy, Professor. I'm puzzled as well. Just going by qualifications, you're one of our most preeminent scholars. I don't know why they picked a stripling like him.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. Alhaitham is just like Sino with me. Sino is very overly edgy. I don't really like him. And Alhaitham, he's got that more calm edge to him. But I also don't really care for him.
Fool! Do you think I'm angry because I wasn't chosen for the position? No! It's because I don't understand why they chose him! He was one of my students, but he rarely attended class. When I asked him about it, he retorted that self-study was better use of his time. What brazen arrogance! Misery of miseries! For the academia to have him as the acting Grand Sage?
Professor, don't get so worked up. I'll go get you some water.
Psst. Want to hear a secret? I've heard the new acting Grand Sage is from Haravatar.
Really? Who is it?
Someone named Alhaitham. Never met him myself, but he's a real hot topic right now. Lots of things being said about him. Hard to tell what's true and what isn't, though.
I literally want to go see someone who is 10 times more interesting than Alhaitham.
There's also a Vahumana scholar who's been in the spotlight recently. They say that he's a likely pick to be one of the next sages.
Oh, is he teaching any courses? Maybe we should drop by.
Wow. News of Alhaitham being the acting Grand Sage sure spread fast. Some people don't know who he is, though. Guess he's less famous than Paimon Dodge. Some people are saying good things and others bad. Especially that old guy just now. He really doesn't like Alhaitham.
Why do more people keep walking up? Just end the scene! I'm here for one reason.
Hey, are you okay? You don't look too good.
The Matra.
The Matra?
I'm Ilias. I have to talk to a Matra about something important.
Oh, god damn it, don't pass out.
You shouldn't push yourself. Why don't you tell us what happened and we'll pass on your message to a Matra?
No, I have to tell them myself. They are the only ones I could trust. Sorry, can you lend me your arm? This is an important matter. Failure
Oh,
is
come
not an option.
on. Don't teleport
Since you put
me
it that
inside.
way, fine, we'll take you to a Matra.
No, I will not take you to a Matra. I'm busy right now. I have other things to do. Alhaitham is not one of my
We promised
things to
take you
do.
to a Matra, but
No,
we-
no. I have not promised anything, Paimon. I want to go see
wait,
Lisa.
Paimon should be back at the Academia. Let's go find...
No, I don't care. Now let's do something interesting.
Greetings! Welcome to the Citadel of Regzar. Would you be interested in taking on some commissions?
I am literally your most famous person here.
Are there any easy jobs where we can earn loads of Mora for just standing around? Oh, better yet, for just sitting around? That's the kind of task we're interested in now.
We literally cannot blink without Mora falling out of our eyelids.
We don't currently have any commissions like that. However, I do have some relatively simple requests from residents that will pay several thousand Mora.
Really? That's all? That isn't nearly enough for Paimon.
We want something a little more lucrative.
Yeah. Effendi, are there any high-paying commissions available?
You know, I'm gonna say something that's probably stupid. I've been rich in Genshin since version like 1, you know? Like we're talking the whole, well, not the whole of version 1, since near the end of version 1, I think, is when, and I'm not talking about 1.0, I'm talking about, you know, the whole of version 1, 1.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5. And every single time they talk about us needing Mora, all I can do is sit there and be like, I don't need any more. But then again, they're not expecting you to have had that much money anyway. Like, the amount of stuff I have shouldn't be part of the story anyway. I don't know, it's just a little peeve of mine is all.
Ah, I see. Let me think. Spontamod recently initiated a research project on the ley lines and is looking for paid volunteers. There are several researchers in Spontamod who specialize in studying ley lines, so there is a great demand for ley lines data. Researchers often need to enter domains to investigate ley line disorders. They have been understaffed for some time, even after recruiting a good number of their own students. So, now they've turned to recruiting large numbers of volunteers. They offer substantial pay, but they also have strict requirements for the quality of the volunteers. Are you interested?
What are the requirements?
Yes, let's walk through the recruitment process. First of all, are you proficient with one or more types of weapon?
Actually, I am proficient with all sorts of weapons, even though we're not. We only use a sword.
Very good. How's your understanding of elements? Are you capable of using elemental powers?
I know a lot about elemental powers.
All right, I'll put you down as the Traveler, right? Okay, I finished the registration. I'll be coordinating the necessary supplies and payments for volunteers later.
Are we supposed to, do we only get to see Lisa, like, after this thing is done? I'm gonna be honest. If the way to get Lisa's outfit is you just go through just go through the domains, that is like the potion domain thingy. Remember that whole potion event? I think that's the one I absolutely despise. Like, that was the hardest free-to-play event. To tie that to something for Lisa would just upset me if that's all this is. Because why would you not have a more thought out... I don't know, would it be the same for D-Luke's thing? I mean, you could just put this on the same wavelength as D-Luke's outfit event.
You'll have to find Gafoor for more details about the job. However, he has an important visitor today, so I don't think he'll be in the academia. According to the standard protocol for receiving visitors, he will most likely bring the visitor to the Puspa Cafe. You can go there and talk to him when his time with the visitor has finished. He sounded like he was in quite the rush to recruit volunteers when he contacted me, but now he's showing a visitor around. Seriously, who could be so important?
Well, Lisa is very important. So, what's wrong with my... I think I'm having a music bug. In this update, the voices and sounds have not cut out. Have I not looked at my settings after this? Anyway, yeah, I think since this update came out, they did fix the bug of no audio playing at all when you go from, like, quitting the game from a teapot. But it seems they haven't fixed the music portion of it. I mean, usually to fix that audio bug, you just go inside, like a cafe or something. Like we're gonna do right now. We're gonna go in here and the bug will be fixed. You'll start hearing some music. Because music in cafes and stuff is not dynamic. They play automatically. Unlike in the open world and stuff like that, where it has more than one track. Unless I'm wrong. Unless my game just won't play the music. Nope, see, there it is.
Do you still remember what the coffee's like here?
Look, they won't even show her.
Of course. How could I forget? It used to be my go-to drink here. Listen, Gafoor. I suppose I should call you Professor Gafoor now. We're old acquaintances, so how about we stop beating around the bush, hmm? First you wanted to catch up, and now the coffee. If you have something to say, just say it.
Oh, that's Gafoor. He's the one we're searching for. But he seems to be busy talking with someone else. Maybe we should wait for them to finish.
Oh, well, it's nothing really. It's just that ever since you left the academia, our original projects and plans have lost their backbone, so to speak. Cyrus is also disappointed. He's always valued you as a proud disciple. To be honest, it's a real shame that you left the academia, Lisa.
She looks really nice in that outfit. Like, I gotta say, they do good designing the outfits, and, you know, I think Ayaka's 5-star outfit is also a really good looking thing, but if, like, they don't skip on these 4-star outfits. They put some good design into them still. Like, even though this just looks like a normal Sumeru Scholar outfit, it still looks really good for Lisa.
With your wisdom and intellect, had you stayed in the academia, you would have become a Herbad by now.
It's Lisa. What is she doing here?
Hold on. That's Lisa. The librarian Lisa. Our Lisa. Paimon heard that Lisa had studied at the academia before, but that was a long time ago. What's Lisa doing here now?
If I'm reading the situation right, you're reminiscing about the past to convince me to come back, aren't you?
Yeah, they had to, you know, they had to block out the cleavage.
Well, I heard that you're currently the librarian for the Knights of Favonius in Mondstadt. If you ask me, that's a tragic waste of your talents. Why waste your time and energy on something as trivial as taking care of a library? Your time is much more valuable than that. If you're willing to come back to the academia, I have plenty of projects for you to preside over right away. The academia needs people right now, and some of these projects are quite important.
Yawn. So all this talk is to convince me to come back. I'm guessing Professor Cyrus doesn't know that you're talking to me about this.
As a matter of fact, he has long wanted you to come back and work at the academia.
Is that so? You know, Professor Gafoor, it isn't a good idea to lie to people. Our teacher knows exactly why I left the academia after only 2 years. He would never ask me to come back. Giving up my life in Mondstadt and returning to the academia as a Spontamod researcher. The price of seeking wisdom is no longer something I'm willing to pay. So please, don't bother trying to get me to come back.
Wow! So Lisa used to be a Spontamod researcher? Paimon's never heard her mention it before.
Shh, keep your voice down, Paimon.
Besides, taking care of a library is important work. I've never considered it a waste of my time. Wisdom is hidden in every corner of the world. Never underestimate wisdom, no matter how small it may appear. That's what our teacher always said.
You know, I gotta say, I've always liked Lisa's, like, just pure emerald eyes.
A good scholar wouldn't overlook the small details, Gafur. I'm sorry. I'm still not used to calling you Professor. Nevertheless, the underlying meaning of what you just said is simply wrong. And there's one other detail you probably haven't noticed. 2 people have been eavesdropping on us for quite a while now. Is there anything we can help you 2 with?
Hello, Lisa?
Long time no see, Lisa.
Well, if it isn't you 2. Long time no see, cutie. Paimon.
Excuse me, but what business do you 2 have here?
Well, actually, we're here to participate in a research project on ley lines for Spontamod. We just finished registering with Effendi.
Which is when we happened to run into Lisa, and we didn't want to interrupt your conversation.
A research project on ley lines? Oh, darling. You haven't joined the academia, have you?
Only as project volunteers.
Right. Effendi told us a research project is looking for paid volunteers. That's what we came to see Gafur about.
Paid volunteers? Gafur, is the academia really that understaffed? Or are there projects that insist on the use of outsiders?
No, the paid volunteers are for a conventional project to monitor the ley lines. All operations follow the prescribed safety protocols. We rely on a lot of manpower to collect the data. There's no way around it now. But if only you would agree to come back and preside over some matters, we wouldn't have to go through all this nonsense.
If memory serves me right, collecting ley lines data requires investigators to go deep into domains, which can be dangerous.
We've seen our fair share of combat since leaving Mondstadt. Exploring a domain is like a walk in the park to us.
I think combat to me is getting to be something that I just would rather walk past. Like, you know how you can play a game for so long, and then you reach a point in the game where you're near the end, and you're like, okay, these battles are useless to me now. Or you're already at max level, and so you've just been running through every single fight just to get to the end of the game. Like, I am in no way actually quote-unquote max level, but I am actually reaching that point where I'm like, man, I don't even want to fight anything in this game anymore. I mean, I know I always gotta do my commissions. I know what I have to do. But now I'm starting to even dread even getting on Genshin to do dailies. Like, I am actually so burnt out.
It's been so long now. I can only imagine what wonderful stories you have to share.
So there's nothing to worry about.
And I gotta explore that desert after this. Like, after this event, that desert is supposed to be next on the list. And then it's not even done after I explore the desert again. There's one more part of the desert to come out. I hate and also love version 3.
Since you 2 are here to apply for the project, then please wait a moment while I talk to Lisa.
I'm sorry, Gafur. My answer is still no.
Aren't you even a little bit interested?
I have never regretted my decision to leave the academia. I don't think that will change in the future.
I thought after all this time you would have a different answer. But you're still as obstinate as ever, Lisa. You've made yourself clear. I'll only make a fool of myself if I keep insisting. In that case, I still have unfinished business to take care of, so I'll take my leave. See you at the Darshan reunion in a few days.
Yes. Don't worry. I'll be there on time.
As for you 2, please come see me later in the Mautiema forest when you're free. We'll need your help with the volunteer work. Oh, and one last thing, Lisa.
Yes?
I wish you the best of luck in Mondstadt.
Thank you. Well then, cuties. Now that the recruiter is gone, we can sit down and have a good chat.
You mean Gafur?
Much has been happening within the academia, and Gafor is paving the way for his future.
By the way, Lisa, what brought you to Sumeru? Are the Knights okay with you being gone?
Of course. Jean gave me an extended paid vacation. It's rare that I get any time off, so I thought to myself, why not go on a trip and relax a little? I don't know how much of our conversation you heard, but I studied in the Spontamad Darshan at the Academia for 2 years. But instead of staying at the Academia after graduation, I went back to Mondstadt to become the librarian for the Knights of Favonius.
So that's why you came to Sumeru, right? To walk around and meet with your old friends and teachers.
Why did you choose to leave the academia?
You'd like to know, wouldn't you? Well, I guess it wouldn't hurt if I told you. After all, it was ages ago.
She knew the truth.
If anything, it all boils down to a difference in philosophy. When I first came to the Academia, Professor Cyrus really appreciated my work and invited me to participate in several major projects. But most of those projects ended in failure. To be honest, they went too far trying to achieve wisdom beyond mortal understanding, so failure was only to be expected. I didn't want any part of that lunacy, so I left. Anyway, now that I told you, make sure you keep it between us.
Sounds like you've experienced a lot.
I don't wish to return to the Academia, even if Professor Cyrus came to ask me personally. Rather than conducting experiments day and night, I'm much more suited for working hours that start after 10 a.m., with regular afternoon tea every...
Oh, Lisa chose to be a librarian because she doesn't want to deal with hassles all the time.
That is Lisa's style.
I prefer to take things at my own pace when it comes to tiring tasks like a job. And besides, being able to take regular vacations is also really important. It's a pity I didn't even have time to visit that child in Gandharvaville yet. Gafor found me just after I arrived in Sumeru. Speaking of which, what about you two? What brings my favorite cuties to Sumeru? I see. Even I didn't expect them to be so bent on their pursuit, wanting to even surpass the gods. Sounds like you were involved in some remarkable events again, and I was completely unaware. And to think, you were even able to handle a crisis of that magnitude. Cutie, your abilities are really beyond measure. Having accomplished such a feat, I'm sure you must have a lot on your plate right now. I was actually thinking about inviting you two to walk around Sumeru with me. What a pity. It's very rare for us to meet like this.
I'm not that busy.
Oh, then would you like to spend some time with me, darling? That would be wonderful. I plan to spend the next few days visiting around Sumeru City. At the end of my stay, I'll leave from Gandharvaville and return to Mondstadt via Liyue. Who knows? Perhaps we'll bump into each other again in Sumeru City or Gandharvaville. Come to think of it, there's something romantic about such a chance encounter like this. It's like icing on the cake for this little vacation of mine. If you see me around, be sure to come and say hello. Otherwise, I might start feeling lonely.
Whoa, what the? You saw that.
I remember. You two agreed to meet Gafor in Mount Te'ima Forest to talk about the ley lines research job. Feel free to leave if you want to go look for him. As for me, I think I'll spend a little more time at Puspa Cafe.
I think you said Mawatima wrong. Okay, so we need to go to the forest. Why don't I go teleport there? That would be much better than walking. You know, I think with my whole experience with Genshin and getting to this point, this feeling I have, I think that I understand that not all games should go on for eternity, or that, yeah, games do need to have their... Sometimes you play a game and you're like, man, I really wish it didn't end. Like, why did it have to end? You need to have that feeling, because you don't want to reach that feeling of, why is this not over with yet? And Genshin's not ending for, like, a while. That's kind of why I need to just take a huge break off Genshin when I hit Adventure Rank 60. At least Brew Protocol or Honkai Star Rail, if Honkai Star Rail comes to console, will be what happens there. They will be the Genshin replacement.
There you are. Looks like you two are ready.
Mm-hmm.
Very well. Let me inform you of some details. Spontamod has been involved with the ley lines for a long time, and it's imperative that their current is constantly monitored. This research project was also organized to help meet this demand. However, because abnormal fluctuations often occur in Sumeru domains, we must regularly send people deep into various domains to record the situation with the ley lines. Since it's often dangerous inside the domains, we've established a rule of only dispatching personnel with combat capabilities. It'll be your task to go into the domain and record any ley line anomalies. However, if you encounter any danger, please prioritize your safety. Well, those are all the necessary details. When you're ready, you may enter the domain.
You guys remember when these events were first coming out? Events that were like this, which this is practically like the potion event. They didn't have... Oh, God. 3 teams. This is not gonna be a free-to-play friendly event. But yeah, events like the potion event back then, which is similar to this, were not voiced. It is nice to see how they're, you know, trying to make almost everything be voiced or be special now. Like subquests. They have camera angles and stuff now. And even commissions are getting that too. Oh God. Wait. Oh, okay, that kind of makes things a little bit easier, to be honest. Oh, but I don't know. We need more manpower. How are we supposed to manage with so few people? You know what? Just do as much as you can. About Lisa. So you guys met Lisa in Mondstadt. Are you sure she's just a plain old librarian? Yes, what's so strange about that? I didn't think there was anything about that backwater that would attract her there. Such a waste of talent. Okay, I know you're Lisa's friend, and I'm not gonna talk to her about that again. So stop giving me that dirty look. I was kind enough to offer her a chance, but she didn't seem keen. Fine by me, I guess. About Spontamon. Yes, we carry out regular monitoring of the workings of ley lines. This is one of our fundamental research project principles. There are not enough talented folk who are professional and can independently undertake the work of exploring the ley lines. I've said that we should allocate more people to come here. Alas, I can't find any researchers, so I have to recruit willing volunteers. Okay. Why are you so far away from this thing, though? Okay, let's find out if this is actually cut off, or if you could have done it all on the day it came out. Nope, it fully unlocks tomorrow. Okay, just as I expected, it always does that shit. No matter... So basically, people, even if the event doesn't tell you that it will unlock during the week, just please assume that it will. Okay, at least they give you trial characters. That makes things a bit easier. I don't remember if that potion event gave you trial characters. They had to. There's no way I made that even harder for myself. So you have to complete all the challenges and score a total of that for all the challenges to unlock her outfit. Oh boy. 2,000, 4,000, 6,000, 8,000, 10,000. So basically, as long... Oh, 80 Primo Gems for each clear? That's pretty good too, actually. So as long as you get the bronze on each challenge, you're good. I would like to get 4,000 on each. But that's actually going to be almost impossible. I have no idea how I'm going to go about this, but I'm not doing it today. Why am I not doing it today? Well, it's plain as day why I'm not doing it today. I'm going to do it tomorrow, because this will fully unlock tomorrow. And then that just means I can get it all done. I can complain all I want about it tomorrow.